I decided it was time to talk about all the ways I tried to record conversations with other writers and for vlogs, and why I settled on the one I use and why I didn't like the ones I tried. Before I came up with in my opinion, the best way to do it for me, I had a number of things, the equipment that I needed for the final solution, which I had bought at numerous iterations of attempting this. So when I finally found my solution, I didn't need to buy anything. All I needed to do is put it together. The first thing I had to purchase was some Sena 20S's back when they were the thing. I bought 4 of them. 2 were for friends, and I had 2 helmets. And then I started carrying a passenger for a while, and it was pretty cheap to buy just another helmet mount and speakers. My friend had a modular helmet, and I hadn't used the boom mic on any of my installs, so that worked out. And it also made it easier because now we could just talk, and she could use her cell phone when she needed to, and she could listen to music when she wanted to, and she could be part of the group ride conversations, which was probably really a good thing. Then I started trying to vlog. I wanted to use my GoPro Hero 6 Black to record the sound. It was chin mounted. Obviously the external speakers won't work very well if you're inside of a helmet riding down the road, so I bought the GoPro audio adapter and a lavalier mic and tried mounting that in all kinds of places. But the audio adapter was a problem in itself. I tried mounting it to the helmet with hook and loop, but the adapter's made of some rubber or silicone covering that the adhesive on the hook and loop just didn't really hold well to, so the wind would remove it. I tried tie wrapping the hook and loop to the mic, and it just was a pain, so I ended up buying a mount where you could insert the adapter below the GoPro. Problem with that was it pushed the GoPro now up into my field of vision, and I really didn't want to have to add a bunch of extensions. I had to tilt my head down to see my instrument panel. Okay. But the adapters are hit and miss. You'd never know when they're working, and for some reasons the GoPro would suddenly stop recognizing it right in the middle of recording, and so you would talk your head off for the time the battery would last and find out that you said nothing. It was not optimal, and it was picking up a ton of wind noise. Even when you tried to damp down the noise with the GoPro, it just wasn't very clean. And the battery life on the GoPro was even worse now that I had the adapter hooked up to it. But I forged on because I wanted to capture group ride conversations, except every time we went out on group rides, it would kick out and hurt me. I tried moving the mic next to my ears so the Sena conversations could be picked up. That just produced a muffled conversation on both ends with a seriously unbalanced volume. It picked up all my nav directions, the music, which YouTube, of course, said, copyright infringement. Even short snatches when we were talking, and I unmuted the sound. The background music was there loud enough and long enough that it would kick off that copyright. So no music while riding. Fine, I can do that. I bought another lavalier mic and a splitter and tried putting one back to my mouth, one in the ear, but that just wasn't very good either. Picky. And about that time I found a good solution for the battery life of the GoPro. See my video how I use my GoPro Hero 6 Black to record non-stop 12 hours of video. But to use that solution with the audio adapter required some of the weirdest hoops to jump through, and I tried it for a month with the hoops, and by that time I was on the second audio adapter because the first one got wet, and I was pretty fed up. Having that audio adapter hooked to the GoPro meant that you had to have the door at least open which made it not waterproof, and I ride a lot in the rain, so not a good thing. I went back to my GoPro without audio adapters and without the case to hold both, and got my field of vision back. I had bought a Sony digital recorder and I connected that to the lavaliers, but still the sound quality was just as bad as it was with the GoPro because of the mic placements and wind noise. But now I could record sound for 12 hours with the Sony and 12 hours video with the GoPro, but all that junk caused a big lump on my jacket pocket. It still wasn't optimal. When I bought my Sena 50S, not a C, the S, no camera, and put it on my dual sport helmet, that I had a spare 20S EVO Sena that I wasn't using anymore. The solution was to use the Sena. Now, the first thing I did was took the jog off, and then I'm not sure what this is a cap of, but I just taped that over after cutting a hole in the middle so that the button, the jog button in there, didn't get pushed accidentally, because I'm throwing this in an electronics bag, and if it starts to rain I may throw my phone in there, or a lot of things end up bouncing around in there on rough trails. So this keeps anything from pushing the button. It also makes it hard for me to push the button, but I'll get to that in a second. I didn't need the headphones, so I removed them. I didn't need the mic, so I removed it. And I used the earphone jack with a cable, and that would go into my external mic jack on my Sony. And I'll figure out what Sony this actually is and post it on the remarks for this video. To turn the Sena on, I just use this end, and it turns on. Yippee. Plug that bad boy in, turn it on, and it's ready to go. Now, I turn on my helmet once it's up. So now, if I hit record, it's got a nice level, and you can see that I'm talking to it. It can hear me. It's recording. So now I can vlog. Works perfect, no problem. Vlogging works. And now this one is connected as well. So when I talk into it, you can hear it. So now I can record everybody's conversations. It's a pretty good setup. Works pretty well. I just take this, I lock that, so now it's locked, so it won't any buttons pushed, it won't turn off, and then I just toss this into my bag, my electronics bag. And that's the easy, simple solution if you've got a spare Sena of some type to use. Now, the good thing is, if this is connected to Bluetooth to one of the helmets in the group, and another helmet in the group is connected Bluetooth to everyone else and meshed, anything said on mesh, anything said on Bluetooth will end up on both networks, and you're able to record it this way. So you can't kill it. Now I can. So that's how I do that, and I hope that helps somebody if they've got what they need. Might not be the solution for you. Don't go wide. Thank you.